Flying to the Moon is back. It's better. Personally, one of my favorites of one of these rom-coms. Not my all-time favorite, but personally one of my favorites and stuff. Basically season 2, episode 1. It's really is back. I'm just so excited just to see it back with that. One thing I've really just really want to talk about that, and when it comes to based off of these animes like this, talk about relationships, talk about getting married, talk about like basically like having the first child and stuff like that, and stuff, how we would react and stuff like that. Basically really actually is, but it's more to it than that. It really actually is, and it's seeing Takaska and also basically and his wife. They both want to have I would say appropriate wedding, but even though she said that she doesn't want to have an appropriate wedding because I would say would be right or anything like that, or maybe she probably would say like, yeah, I just want a private wedding, so I don't want to invite a whole lot of people. But you have to understand a wedding is a lot of hard work to do. You have to save like a whole bunch of money and stuff like that, and which I'm very very happy the sister able to help her brother out and just told her brother, so like this is how much money you're going to need just for a wedding, just for a wedding. Either it's like $100,000 for basically for them over Japan or something, or maybe go buy this one guy like say from the internet, say like 7 million yen, which is I think it's like 700,000 yen or something like that. I'm not so sure. No, $700,000. I really do not know because it's very expensive. It's not. I mean, it really actually is. It's stuff, and some people just wants to like the ultimate wedding. They want rock stars or all different kinds of celebrities or whatever it is, just stuff like that. I mean, let me just put it this way, okay? Let's just put it this way, okay? Me and my girlfriend, we've been going out for a couple of each other's. We've been going out for a couple of months. We know each other. She knows me. I know her. I've been with her, like some of the times that she's going through and stuff like that. She's been with me, and as basically this stuff. Sometimes our relationships are emotional, and sometimes we work them out and stuff like that. I mean, just to be honest with you, going into a relationship and stuff like that, it's not going to be your everyday kind of thing. It's you're just gonna, like, I'm not saying you're gonna run into major problems or anything like that, but trying to avoid that. But even though it's just that, basically from what I see, basically here in the anime, it's that it's kind of like you're trying to make the right decision for your boyfriend or for your girlfriend, for your husband, for your wife, or whatever it may be, and stuff like that. And generally, just to be honest with you, is that whatever you do, I mean, it's not just because of the money that makes you happy or makes her happy. It just basically comes from the heart. It really does, and stuff like that. And and I really do love this anime because it's personally to me, it's one of my favorites right now. Like I said, for personally, one of my favorites right now because it says really a lot of different things. Basically when it comes into relationships and stuff like that. And and stuff, that's what it basically feels to me. Now, from what I've heard, basically from this anime, I think they are planning on doing a wedding or something like that, basically in this anime. I'm not really 100% sure if they really are not. I really do not know. So I'm not really 100% sure because all I do know is that this anime is based on a manga and stuff like that. Because I remember when the anime first came out, I was really excited. I was kind of like, oh man, I gotta check this anime out and then it just made a lot of good sense and stuff like that. Basically not just only impacting on me, but impacting my girlfriend, but it's impacting on both of us because how do I look after my girlfriend and how she looks after me and stuff like that. Even though she likes to do her own thing, I like to do my own thing and stuff like that. And that's just fine. I mean, like I said, our relationship is not perfect and stuff like that. We run a few roadblocks that kind of be difficult, but we always make it and stuff like that. And that's just basically fits me. I understand basically when it comes to anime over the mill, they're gonna run some roadblocks, they're gonna run some arguments and stuff. Basically what it seems to me. Now, one thing I've heard, I'm not so sure. I think this anime is going to be focusing on them more. Is basically I think they're supposed to be having a child or something like that. I'm not 100% sure because I do believe that's what it feels to me and stuff like that. And so yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know nothing really about that kind of stuff. But I'm just saying. But it would be really nice to see them basically, have a child and stuff like that, because I can just tell they're just not really rushing into the moment or anything like that. Rushing into the moment. But I would definitely would say it's pretty much is up to your wife or your girlfriend if you want to approach up that area, if you really want to. And some people would say, like, you have to get married before having sex and stuff like that. I'm not gonna go on the whole thing about that, but I'm just saying. But that's just basically my opinion. That's basically what I definitely do. Basically what I definitely do think. But I just want people just to really just to know, yeah, just to know. Now, one thing I've really what really shocked me the most about the MC's character, but it's anime. He wants to make a wedding happen in a week. That's impossible. Okay, for one, he has to have a list of people like who are going to go and who are not going to go. And basically, before when you go into weddings or something like that, or you go into like funerals or something like that, they will ask you to write down your name. It means like you're being a witness for basically for this wedding or a funeral or something like that. And the reason why they do that because so you can just be the head count what they're going to do and stuff like that. And it's pretty personal, but it really actually is. But I think it's just a very good, helpful point to really just to do that. But one thing I really want to emphasize is that because it's just, I mean, you also have to give invitations, like I said, invitations. You have to call your mom, your dad, whoever it maybe is, and stuff like that. And you basically you have to. And the reason why because saying like, hey mom, I'm getting married, I want you to come down, like how she's going to come down, how she's going to spend the money to come down and stuff like that, what she's really going to do. Just like with my girlfriend, she has to tell her family like if they're coming or not, so I can write down a list, like who's coming and who's not coming, and that's basically what it really actually feels to me. Because I mean, just like I said, having a wedding it's not easy, but you have to have those invitations set out. But like I said before, it's just like having that list, who's gonna go, who's not gonna go, and you have to make sure they have a book, and just to have witnesses there at the wedding, or basically, even though I'm just basically saying. Now, another thing you also have to look to, because like it depends like how many people who you really want to fight. I don't know how much people they basically want to fight or anything like that. I really do not know, right? Because it depends on your family and friends. Because it depends on how big of the group of the people is really actually going to be and stuff like that. But you also have to realize, also understand, because you have to pay for the food also too, because the wedding is not just all about me or all about my girlfriend, but it's not all about basically these two basically in this anime, but it's basically you give them the proper reputation for, basically what they need, basically best you get what I'm saying, stuff like that. And also getting the cake also as well too. That's going to cost extra money also as well too. That's going to cost money all. So yeah, and one other thing, I think that it comes down to the really expensive part, basically, because basically when it comes to getting married and stuff like that, because usually, some of the girls will basically just go out to a mall or different places just to find a wedding dress, a good wedding dress, whatever they want, so they can have that good relationship for basically for their base for the wedding. That's very expensive. It really actually is. I'm not lying. But however, unless if you find a good place where that can be suitable for your arrangements and for your money and stuff like that, because you have to be careful and understand like how much money do you really want to spend and how much money is really going to cost. And that's what basically it feels to me. So I would definitely say I'm like, if you were to plan to get married or anything like that, but I would just definitely, to be honest with you, just in my mind, I would just plan ahead. One other thing I definitely do want to say also too, because I think this is very important, basically when it comes to anime or real life or anything like that, you must do rehearsals. Rehearsals are very, very important because it practice like what you're gonna do, what seats they're gonna see, and because like they also have to put like little flyers around, little stickers around, so they know where to sit at and stuff like that, and how supposed to represent themselves basically in this also too. So I guess I've been giving you guys some relationship not issues, but relationship advice and stuff like that. But I'm not good with that kind of stuff. But I'm just saying. But even though me and my girlfriend, we're enjoying ourselves. We really are. You know, she loves me, I love her. You know, I'm in no hurry to just basically just say like, hey, I just want to get married just like that, and I just want to say like, oh, I want to tell my girlfriend we're just gonna have a relation, we're gonna have a wedding next week, because that would be a bit impossible. Because that's why like you basically the girl with the MC is just like, what did you just say? He said that like I want to get married next week. It means he wants to get married next week. But like I said before, it's just impossible. I just don't see it really happening and stuff like that. And playing for the money and stuff like that, that's going to take a long time also too, or less, unless they want to do things a lot more different. But even though that's up to you, that's basically what they really want to do and stuff like that. But I'm just like I said, I'm just saying. So yeah, but yeah, I definitely love Sammy. I really do. It's just seeing these moments based on Sammy. It just kind of refers to me, and basically just basically me and my girlfriend, and stuff like that. Like I said before, it doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be overwhelmingly like really good, like Hollywood superstars, just basically, or celebrities, whatever you want to say like that. But yeah, yeah. Anyway, so that's it for those. Just aiming for you. Tell me what you guys think. I love to hear what you guys have to say. And so yeah, and this is Sunnoise, and I'll see you guys there. Take care. Hope you have a wonderful day. Don't forget to subscribe. Please consider subscribing. Please hit the like button, give me a thumbs up, and please hit the notification bell also to let me just watch some videos. And please leave a comment below. Anyway, so I love you guys. Take care. Hope you have a wonderful day. Take care. God bless. Remember to I love you guys. Please stay and remember, stay blessed. Love you guys. Take care.